Hey, Vinyl community, how's it going? Welcome back to the Vinyl Countdown, episode 10. I'm Peaches. How are you doing? Awesome. I am feeling a lot better today. I was a little under the weather for the last video, and I apologize for that, but life has its ups and downs, doesn't it? All right. Things are going to start getting interesting as far as I'm concerned, because we're getting into some of the good stuff now. What I think is good stuff. Today we are going to do the L's and the M's of my 80s metal collection. We are going to do a little bit of show and tell. Show and tell, yes! Show and tell on the Vinyl Countdown. Yep. Little show and tell. I promised you guys I was going to show you another one of my guitars. I'm getting impatient. I want to show it to you. All right? And then we're going to have a little bit of recent pickups. Just one. Got one recent pickup here for you. And there's a little bit of a story behind it. All right? So without further ado, let's get into this. Special shout out to Disturbed. Love you guys. Love you guys. Cyan, Milwaukee. Get her done. All right. Up first, without further ado, let's do this. Recent pickup. All right. This one is, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's not necessarily the 80s, but I think there's a lot of guys out there that would love to see this one. Audioslave. Oh my gosh. Yes. We are talking, as far as I'm concerned, some of Chris Cornell's best efforts. Love this record. This is a double record, and I don't have the sticker because it ripped accidentally, but this is audiophile quality vinyl. It's got a nice gatefold. See if I can keep some of the glare off of there. But oh my goodness, Chris Cornell. I tell you what, here's the story. A few years back, I can't remember exactly when, a few years back, my wife comes home from work and she says, "Hey hubby, we got a situation. Yeah. So what is it? She says, "Okay, here's the deal. There's a chick that I work with that is pregnant." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, go ahead." She has tickets to Chris Cornell in Lincoln Park at Alpine Valley, Wisconsin, and she can't go. I'm like, "Really?" You know, I did the Jim Carrey on that one. Really? Yeah. And she's like, she wants to know if we want to buy them. And I'm like, get in the car. Let's go. Cash only. Yes. All right. So, longer story shorter, we end up going to Chris Cornell in Lincoln Park in Alpine Valley. Well, we get there. It came with a VIP package, all the stuff, VIP parking way up front, and this place holds a lot of people, and it's outdoor. It's like an outdoor indoor pavilion type deal all at once on a very steep ski slope type hill. I don't know if you guys have ever looked up Alpine Valley, but it's an awesome place to watch a concert. So we're walking down this grass hill, right? It's really steep grass hill. We get down to where like the seating starts, you know, and the concrete and all that stuff. And they're like, "What? Let me see your tickets." So we give them the tickets, and they're like, "Oh, go down that way." So we go down the stairs, get to the next level. Here's another security person. "Oh, let me see your tickets." Keep going down, and I'm going, what? Yeah. Okay, we're getting awful close here. We get down to the next level. Show the security guard. We don't know where the rows are. We didn't know where the rows were with the tickets. It was too hard to tell when we looked it up. She goes, "Oh, keep going." I'm just about ready to fill my drawers. Here we end up, front center stage, 5th row. This is the best seating I have ever had at a concert, and I'm telling you, the whole night blew my mind. Chris Cornell got out there and slammed just about everything in his catalog, plus the Soundgarden stuff. Then Linkin Park came on, and I couldn't tell if it was live or CD. It was absolutely immaculate and awesome. The only thing I didn't like was the chick next to me spilling her beer on me every 2 minutes. She was wasted. Definitely. But yeah, that's a little story about that. I will never forget that night. Chris Cornell and Linkin Park. Yum, 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 yum. All right. Man, those sleeves are slippery. All right. Up next, show and tell. It is time for show and tell. You know, I told you guys last time I wanted to show you another one of my guitars, so here it is. And I bet you've never seen this one before either. This one is also left-handed because I'm left-handed. This is a butcher block style guitar. It's a solid body, and it consists of black walnut, mahogany, and tiger stripe maple. Just like the flame maple tops you see on other guitars. Now, if you notice something, if it's not different enough for you already, you'll notice that this guitar has a single EMG down at the bridge or the tailstop. Okay? This is the type of stuff that Van Halen was doing way back in the day. Eddie Van Halen, if you watch a couple of interviews or documentaries, he tells you about how he was trying to find his sound way back in the day. And what he would do is he would tear apart guitars, put them back together, tear them apart, flip them around, put the big wheels on the back, put the back big wheels on the front, switch it around. And sometime down the road, he came up with the idea of having a single like a humbucker almost down at the end here. And this gives you some of the most amazing chunky metal sounds, especially for a rhythm guitar player. Oh, you got the lead guy over here, rhythm guy over here, and this is excellent for that. And I liked the EMG active pickup in the back, and you can see there's a cover on the back, and everything's plumbed internally. It is a bolt-on neck. And you say, wow, Peaches, I've never seen that guitar before. And what kind of guitar is it? It's my guitar. I made it. That's right. Well, 5 or 6 years ago, I decided, hey, I want to make my own guitar. And I'm not totally finished with it yet. But yeah, I started from scratch. And I built this. I've been into woodworking quite a bit in my life. I've done a lot of different things with wood. So this is something that it comes from my background as a woodworker, basically. So yeah, I made this thing from scratch. Glued up all the wood, carved all the wood out, did all the wiring, insides, all that stuff. I took it to my buddy that I know that plays in a lot of bands, and just to make sure that all the wiring was correct and all that, I had him look it over, and he says, yes, this is right, and it's good, and it sounds awesome. He's like, you did a really good job, and I'm like, thank you. Big time. I didn't make the neck myself. This is a maple neck off of an old Ibanez, okay? I didn't really want to get that far down the rabbit hole as far as making my own guitar, but I wanted to I wanted to concentrate on the body work. And boy, if you could hear this, it's just one single volume, one single tone, one EMG. If you guys play guitar, you'll know that this is a screamer. This will sustain notes beyond any other. And that's what I built it for. Chunking the rhythm guitar. That Enter Sandman kind of stuff, as long as we're in the M's today. But yeah, built it myself. I hope you like it. I like it. Like I said, it's not quite done yet. All right? Well, that concludes show and tell. All right, let's get into, I got a huge stack here of the super awesome episode, the L's and the M's. I love the L's and the M's. Let's do this big time. All right, and before we get started, I want to tell everybody, thank you so much for everything you're doing for me, watching my videos, giving me great comments on there. I'm just starting to get to know everybody. I'm really pumping out videos, but I really want to get myself out there. I want to share a lot of stuff with you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm really falling in love with the vinyl community. Even though I didn't make Andy's new guy list a couple nights ago. Rare. Oh well. We can't win them all, right? Oh, he's cool. He's cool. I love that cigar box guitar he got. That is awesome. Keep doing that, man. I want to hear some more. All right, first one up. Still in the cellophane. All the hype stickers. Voila! LA Guns. You cannot have an 80s metal collection without LA Guns. My wife loves these guys. I love these guys. And this album is awesome. This was on her I need it right now list. And I need it fast. And one of our guys came up with it. He said, yeah, next time you come in, just come and pick it up. And I'm like, oh my God, it's still in the cellophane. Amazing, amazing, amazing. LA Guns, really great group, really early group. Back in the day, they were with Motley Crue, Poison, Metallica, Megadeth. They were all out there doing the same thing at the same time, stepping on each other's toes, and I love them. I love them. Yeah, look that album up. You got to get it. Here's another one. Here's some, how about a little Asian metal? Definitely. Loudness. I saw this one a lot. I didn't know who these guys were. I'm telling you the truth. I didn't know. I didn't know who they were. Never heard of them before. And I found out about them on the vinyl, in the vinyl community right here on YouTube. And this is why I love the vinyl community. Part of the reason why. I get to discover things that I never knew existed. And I'm telling you, I never heard of these guys. Never heard of these guys up until about a year ago. And I thank you guys on the vinyl community for letting me know who they are, because I put it on the record player and I'm telling you, I loved them. Loved them, loved them, loved them. They were a step ahead of the rest. They must have spent a lot of time watching us guys over here and trying to come up with a plan. Definitely. Here is another one that I got at the Green Bay Record Convention. I've never seen it out in the wild except for right then. And I snatched it up as fast as I could. Have you guys ever seen this Loudness album anywhere? All I know is it's another really good one from them. I don't remember if they're I think they're from Japan. I'm not positive on that though. Like I said, these guys are kind of new to me. Yeah. Loudness. Have you ever seen this album before? It's great. I can tell, I can tell this is from overseas just by feeling it. I haven't looked it up. You like my homemade dividers? Yeah. The old file cabinet file thing with a letter that you drew on it with a marker. Haven't went out and got the professional ones yet. Because I'm not a professional. Makes sense, doesn't it? Here's another Loudness album. Yeah. You guys, look at these guys. They wanted to be part of the group, and they did become part of the group, and I don't think it was from lack of hard work. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Go out and get these Loudness albums. I know they're not American, but I'll buy that for $1. Definitely good stuff. All right. Here's another one. I didn't spend too much time with this guy. But I like him. Mazzy Star, Fire in the Rain. You guys know Mazzy Star? I have never seen this one on the Vinyl Community. I don't remember anybody ever showing this. There he is. You know? Kind of on the border of that, you know, kind of Steve Vai thing. You know? Yngwie Malmsteen or whatever. Yeah. But I like this Mazzy Star stuff. It's really hard to read, you know, what that is. What does that say? Yeah, Mazzy Star. Huh. You know, I would check this one out too. If you ever run across it, I would pick it up. I would pick it up. Oh, Are you guys holding on to your? Let me grab a little sip of the good stuff here, quick. You guys like ginger ale? I love ginger ale. I don't know what it is. My grandma used to give it to us when we were little kids. And I was hooked immediately. You remember Tab? That stuff, it was like a pink can with like, what was it, white or yellow lettering and said Tab on it. Or something like that. And it had saccharin in it or something. And they took it off the shelves. Anyways, enough of my babbling. Look out, you guys. Here it comes. An original copy. Minty, minty, minty. Does peace sell? Original copy. I'm telling you, this thing is minty. you might think I'm lying. Whatever. I got this at a garage sale, minty, $2. You know, I know in my videos they say the word $2 a lot, but that seems to be the price. And you know, Megadeth. You know, what can you say? One of the big bad four. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys know about Megadeth. And you know what? Here's another interesting story from back in the 80s. Or, I graduated in 91. Okay? And no, I didn't get held back. I graduated in 91. All right? And I went off to college to be a radio and TV broadcasting guy. Okay? I didn't go there for the radio thing, so to speak. I went there to learn how to be a voiceover guy. You know, the guy that did the Monster Truck Showdown commercials and the concert commercials, you know, and the this is Z93 La Crosse, Wisconsin, you know, stuff like that. I learned how to do stuff like that. The Monster Truck Showdown, you know, stuff like that. And that's what I wanted to be when I grew up, but it didn't happen. Well, I went to college with a guy from Worthington, Minnesota, and we went to college halfway across the state from there. Okay, so he took me through this place. Now, I want you guys to clarify this for me because unfortunately, this guy died a while back. It was unfortunate, but he told me this story about Jackson, Minnesota. He claimed to me, I don't know if the story is true or not, but he claimed to me that Jackson, Minnesota was the birthplace of Megadeth. Okay? Then he told me about a song. You know, I'm like, whatever. And he goes, it is. Okay? Somebody in this group was from Jackson, Minnesota. Okay? And then he started telling me this story about a song from Megadeth that talked about something called Mary Jane's Grave. I never investigated this, but it popped up in my mind just now. And supposedly there's this Mary Jane's grave, and everybody thought she was a witch, and her tombstone is in Jackson, Minnesota, in this cemetery. And when they were in high school, it used to be a tradition for them to go out late at night at midnight and dance around her grave and do all this silly stuff that teenagers do. I mean, the guy made it sound like the Lost Boys too. You know what I'm saying? So if there is any truth to this story and you guys can elaborate on it, yeah, Jackson, Minnesota, a song from Megadeth that talks about Mary Jane's grave. Okay? I don't know anything about it, but nobody told me this story. Please, in the comments, if you know anything about this or can verify this at all, please put it in the comments, okay? But Megadeth. Whew. Yeah. Here's another one. It was part of my recent finds. Megadeth. Super Collider. Haven't had a chance to put it on yet. Just picked it up about a week ago. I think it's 2013. And it's got the most, it's like somebody stuck your face in a fire, in a furnace. That's how bright these colors are. That's if I can open this. Really high tech looking. I think it has something to do with that Hadron Collider overseas. And they decided to get all creative with that. Yeah. Haven't had a chance to put it on. First time I saw it in the wild, grabbed it at Half Price Books with a coupon. Really good. Megadeth. You know, the only thing I don't like about Megadeth is the lead singer. I think he's cocky. I think everything that I've ever seen him say in a documentary or in an interview, the guy has a chip on his shoulder. And I don't know why. You know, I don't know if he was jealous of James Hetfield in the day or what happened, but I think the guy's just, he seems like a mean person. Whatever. I don't know. I'm not here, but I'm not here to know him personally. I like his music, and that's about it. All right, let's move on. Metallica. Unbelievable band, unbelievable history, unbelievable everything. Metallica is awesome. I just wish they would have had a different lead singer. I wish they could have separated that up a little bit. Not that James Hetfield's a bad singer. I like the separation. I like a rhythm guitar and a singer to be separate. This is a reissue. We got a little impatient, so we just went down. You know, I found this at Half Price Books for $11 with I think at that time I was using a 20 or 30% off coupon. And it was basically like brand new. I think it's the blackened one. But we got a little impatient, so I'm just like, whatever. It was cheap enough for me to, I think I ended up paying $7 for it. You know? And cost averaging, you know what I'm saying? All right. Here is another Metallica. And this one is supposedly worth a lot of money. Original copy of Master of Puppets. Minty Elminto Minterton. Yep. Original copy. Far as I know. You know, if you see something on here that doesn't quite click with you, you know, call me out on it. All right? Master of Puppets. What can I say? Masterpiece. Masterpiece, masterpiece. It's unbelievably awesome. I don't know if that's Electra Megaforce or just Electra. Yeah, there's the vinyl. So let me look at this quick. I don't have my looking glass and I cannot read it. Sorry. Yeah, I believe that's an original copy. It's like, I think they want $80 on Discogs for that. Yeah, not so much. You know, if you've gotten to know me and my wife so far, I talk about her a lot. But our main deal is hunting. We hunt for stuff. We hit the pavement. I think we've ordered maybe 2 or 3 things on eBay. In our whole collection. I think we got an original copy of Fleetwood Mac Tango in the Night. I got the Lost Boys soundtrack from eBay. Because it was just stuff I wasn't running into around here. But like I said, 2 or 3 maybe. You know, the rest of our time is spent doing it the old-fashioned way. You know, pounding the pavement. And sometimes I run into this stuff, you know. And it's awesome. It's fun to do. Speaking of running into stuff, this one, it's not in that great a shape as far as the cover goes. But the record is awesome. And it is original. Original Ride of Lightning. I'll pull this one out. There you can see it. Yep. It's Metallica. What can you say? You know, when we were kids, when we were kids, and this stuff was coming out. You know, a lot of stuff that I talked about in my early days was like, you know, the Quiet Riot, you know, Motley Crue, Rat, you know, Kiss, Animalize, stuff like that was coming out. But these guys, this Metallica was super prevalent, and you know, I didn't mention it because it was kind of a hush-hush deal. But it was super prevalent. Everybody loved them. We didn't have a lot of Megadeth or Slayer. Metallica was our thing, definitely. And we crossed the line. You know, just because you liked hair metal didn't mean you didn't like thrash. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have those lines that people talk about these days. We didn't have 72 different categories of metal. It was more like this, and this is what I love to explain to people. I came from back then, so I experienced it, and I'm telling you, we didn't have these categories of metal music. We had an attitude like this. Oh, what do you guys do? Come and show us. And our response was, yes, we love it. And we called it metal. You know, there was a thin line between hard rock and metal, and there was a thin line between metal and heavy metal. And that was it. You know, if you like Poison, Metallica was right next to them. There was no big, you have to stand over here. You know, and Megadeth and Metallica and Slayer and Anthrax and all those guys, they started getting into these little, oh, we're not like that. We hate that stuff. We're different. You know? And it's true. They were different. You know, the metal that we were used to was get up and dance, have a good time, laugh and be silly and make out with girls or whatever. You know, it didn't ruin our lives. It didn't do anything bad to us. It was just good, fun music. But then, you know, guys like these guys came along and said, nope, we're different. Our stuff is about heartache and sorrow and gothic type images. You know what I'm saying? And whatever, go ahead. We still like you. We're not going to be all pissy and bitter over it, you know. Here we go. It's Black and it's back. The Metallica Black Album. I'm telling you, as far as I'm concerned, both of these albums are a perfect 10. Perfect 10. And Justice for All, grew up on it. It was in the lunchbox. Everybody around me listened to it. Everybody around me liked it. I was part of that group. This one is, you know, contrary to popular belief, you guys maybe have a little bit different opinion, but this is my Metallica album. The Black Album, to me, was where Metallica said, all right, that's it. We are going to define this and define it right now. You do not have to play faster, better, crazier to be in metal. We're going to slow it down. We're going to come up with the most insanely brilliant lyrics and song titles, and we're going to hammer it down. And I myself enjoy, my ears love this, where it pounds. You know, where it's a hard-hitting, medium speed, show us everything you got. Come in like a monster truck rather than a drag race. You know what I'm saying? So that's Enter Sandman, blew my mind. The Unforgiven blew my mind. All of these. Oh, one of my favorites is Don't Tread on Me. That little drum solo about halfway to 3/4 of the way through. You know what I'm talking about. Don't tread on me. You know? Yeah. The Metallica Black Album. Perfect 10. Injustice for All, perfect 10. And then we got one more, Still Sealed. You guys know this one. Just came out a little while ago. My wife loves it. We haven't opened up the record. We got it on CD. So we got the record sitting here, Still Sealed. No, we used a half price books coupon again. You know, you come in, you get 40. I think this one we might have got for on Sunday 50% off. So you walk in, we bought one thing, this, they got it for 50% off. Awesome. Still sealed. My wife listens to it a lot. I do not have not indulged myself. I'm still in the old days. All right, that was Metallica. You know, and what I'm telling you, Metallica. Love them. All right, here's another one from the 80s. Michael Schenker. I'm sure you guys have seen this around a couple times. Definitely. I like them. Good metal. Good burning metal. Nothing wrong with it. Definitely. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go, you guys. This is a big one. I gotta do this again. What do you think of when you think of the M's? Well, there's no doubt about it. You think of these guys. Motley Crue. You know, I said in earlier videos, Vince Neil was not a great frontman, and I'll stand by that. But Motley Crue, besides that, they wrote the book. They were another one of these groups that said, we're going to take these rules and we're going to bend them. We are going to bend them to our submission. We are going to show and tell all. We are going to kick you in the butt. And you know what? They did it. They did it like no other band did. Their shows, their music, their titles, their lyrics, everything. It may not have been the most mature music. It was strippers and girls, and shout at the devil and smoking in the boys' room and everything that you weren't supposed to do when you were that age. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it affected us that much. I don't think we turned into bad people because of it. I think we just loved it. It was awesome. It was rebellious. And Motley Crue, I'm telling you what. The next one up is my Motley Crue Shout at the Devil. I have it, just the inner sitting here, because I went out and got a gatefold frame and I put these guys on the wall. This is the Motley Crue Shout at the Devil album. Me and my wife love this is our number one Inside of the Gatefold album. That is the most ridiculously awesome gatefold I have ever seen in my life. Wow. I'd show you the back, but it's not there. So used to showing records, flipping them out, in and out. But yeah, Shout at the Devil. What a monument. A monument to metal. I am telling you. It's like Mount Rushmore. There's Shout at the Devil. Yeah, one of the 4 Shout at the Devil right there. Mount Rushmore. Definitely. What is there really to say? You guys know this stuff. And it is the most unbelievably must-have thing in your collection. That's an original copy of that one. We did get a little impatient with some of these. And like I said earlier, I would tell you guys if we got... if it's not original, and this one's not an original. We're gonna find it though. Like I said, we're old-fashioned. We go out in the wild. We don't just pick it up sitting in our underwear at home, press and enter on a computer. Anybody can do that. It's more fun to go out and get it. Girls. Why is it that when we talk about Motley Crue, it's just like this? I'm almost speechless. I don't know what to share with you guys. Other than I have the same feeling most all of you do. That Motley Crue, you can't beat them. You can't beat them, so what are you going to do? You're going to join them. Definitely. And with this one also, we got impatient. We went out and got the 180 gram reissue. Theater of Pain. This is the one we had when we were little kids. This is the one I remember. I don't necessarily remember the first one, but I remember this one big time. We lived in a really small town, so coming on to this stuff, we were maybe a little bit later than, if you lived in California or something. We lived in a farm town, outside of a farm town. So, Motley Crue was like somebody showing up, some foreigner showing up with a passport. You know what I'm saying? I love that song, Smoking in the Boys' Room. Smoking in the Boys' Room. Okay. Here you go. Remember I told you about this one I picked up at the garage sale? Still in the cellophane, mint condition all the way through. Clubby hype sticker. It looks just like a ticket. Nice. Ooh-wee. Theater of Pain. My wife's not too keen on this one, but I'll tell you what. I love it. I love it. Definitely. Motley Crue, Theater of Pain. Just, I'm telling you, I'm not lying. $2 mint garage sale. $2. All right. Got a little impatient with this one as well. Passed up a few originals because they were too expensive. Motley Crue, Dr. Feelgood. Oh, man. As far as the Motley Crue albums go, like I said, you may beg to differ, but I think this one is a perfect 10. All right? This is my Motley Crue album. Dr. Feelgood. I'm the one they call Dr. Feelgood. I'm the one that makes you feel all right. Yup. Any of these songs come on, I get goosebumps go up and down my arms. Kickstart My Heart. This is some of my favorite stuff to throw on my record player because I have a huge stereo system, okay? I have Mackies. You guys know Mackie speakers? They're meant for concerts, okay? Yeah, and I got like 615s in my system. So when I want to throw this bad boy on, this to me, from a technical standpoint as well, the best bass kick drum I have ever heard on an album. The engineering and the production on this, unbelievable. Just go listen to the bass drum from this album. Best bass drum on the planet. I'm serious. All right. Here's another one. All of these across the board in the M's are must-haves. M for must-have, definitely. I love this one as well. Motley Crue's Greatest Hits. Definitely just something you should have. You can throw this one on and get all the best songs from all of their albums. It cuts down on the time. Even if you have everything in your collection, which I think is a great deal, still, if you have this one, you got 4 sides of everything they got. Let's open up the gatefold. I would definitely get this. Used, new, whatever you can do. Definitely get it. There's the song list on the back. So you guys can pause this and look at it. I'm going to try to hold it as still as possible. All right. This is great. 180 gram vinyl. Really high quality inners. Really high quality sleeve. Definitely. All right. We got 2 more for the M's. 2 more for the M's. Hopefully this video isn't too long. I have no idea how long it's been so far. But here we go. This group, I don't listen to them. I don't really care for them. But it is our friends, one of our friends, like to die for groups. Okay? And I respect that. And I pick this stuff up mostly for the reason that he can listen to it at my house when they come over. Okay? But this is another legendary band. Legendary band. Motorhead. The big old iron fist there. This is an original copy. It's rather minty. Rather minty. Found this in a really low-key record store that the guy never opens the door. He's like 68 years old. And it's almost to the point of by appointment only. And I had to dig for this for 2 hours before I found it. I'm telling you, this album is in mint shape. Motorhead, I never really got into them. They're just not my sound. They're not my sound. But, you know, like I said, some of my friends really like these guys, and I totally respect that. Here's another one that is super, super mint. I found this at an antiques mall. Orgasmatron. I've never once seen this in the wild. This is one of those master copies or whatever from New York. Original pressing, near mint to mint condition. You look at the vinyl on this one, and it is unbelievable. Okay, and it's sitting right here. Hang on. All right, Motorhead, Orgasmatron. You guys saw this, right? The first record I showed on the VC in my first album, first part of the A's was these guys. Abitur. Okay, or Abitur. They sing a rendition of Ace of Spades from Motorhead. So if you like other people doing cover tunes, yeah, check these guys out. Abitur. And the album is Vicious Attack. And one of the songs is a remake of Ace of Spades from Motorhead. All right. Cool beans. We got through the L's and M's. And I'm telling you, some of the most awesome stuff you could ever have. Ooh, I forgot one thing. This hangs on our wall too. An original 45 of Dr. Feelgood from Mötley Crüe. We got it all framed. They call it a picture sleeve. Yeah. My wife bought this way back when it came out, when she was younger. Definitely good stuff. All right, we got through all this stuff. I'm telling you, I'm starting to have a great time with this now. This is really good stuff. I hope you liked my guitar that I built, that I made. It took a long time to do, but I love woodworking, so I'm glad I got to show that to you. Please like and subscribe. I'm really looking forward to showing you guys a lot more stuff and being in the vinyl community, and I really love you guys. We'll talk to you later. This is Peaches from the Vinyl Countdown. See ya.